Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you guys an update to my Musketeer Neonectar deck profile for the end of October 2014. This deck will probably go through a lot of changes these next couple months, with the fact that we'll be getting Alvira in the Fighters Collection and then the Legion cards in January out of set 17. But I thought I'd bring you guys an update, probably the last update before we start going through these changes, so let's go ahead and get started. For your grade 3s, your main grade 3 is White Lily Musketeer Cecilia. Like all Musketeer cards, they involve sacrificing their own units to superior call new ones from the deck. And that is specifically what Cecilia does. She retires one of your Musketeer rearguards, and you check the top 5 cards of your deck for another Musketeer and call it to rear. It's a free effect. You can only use it once per turn, and then her limit break is you counterblast 1, put back 5 Musketeers from your drop zone to your deck, and search for up to 2 more copies of Cecilia and call them to rearguard. So I like to call it a little early Legion. You're pretty much seeking the mates, 2 more Cecilias, by putting cards back. It's pretty funny to think of it like that, but that is your main card. And I also run 3 Herman. I was, distraught between choosing Herman or the Break Ride, but the Break Ride really isn't as consistent as I like it to be in this deck. So I'll be running Herman for now until Alvira comes out. Then I'll be running 4 Alvira and 4 Cecilia. But for now, running 3 Herman, just the boost plus 2000k power is fine. Just because, keep the grade count low because your starter is the grade 3 Searcher, which is the Musketeer card. For grade 2s, I run 4 Kaivants. His ability is Counterblast 1 and choose another of your Musketeer rearguards and retire it when it's placed on Vanguard or Rearguard. Check the top 4 cards of your deck for a Musketeer and call it to Rearguard. Pretty substantial. Get some pretty nice superior calls early game with that card. And 3 of the new card, Penny, Musketeer, Sylvia. Her ability is when this unit is placed on Vanguard or Rearguard, reveal the top card of your deck. If that unit is a Musketeer in its card name, call it to Rearguard. I like it better than the other grade 2s, 7Ks that call a card from the top of the deck, because those cards pretty much just call grade 1s or 2s. This card will superior call anything as long as it's a Musketeer. So using this card with Kaivant or what's her name, Cecilia's ability, can get it so you can superior call a lot of units for pretty much little to no cost. And I also run 4 Cherry Blossom Musketeer Augusto, pretty much the 12k, pretty substantial for the deck. I like that a lot of the cards for the Musketeer deck are hollow, making it so you can make the deck really pretty in a way. And for grade 1s, I run 4 Rebecca. Rebecca is just the grade 1 version of Kaivant. I do gotta run her though, just for the better columns. And I also run for the 10k, Ruth. Once again, another hollow for the deck. And I also run 4 Antonio. He's the perfect guard. These numbers will probably change once the Legion comes out and we get their Musketeer Quintet wall. Pretty much because with the Legion's own skill and the put back effect of Musketeers, you do need to have a lot of cards in the drop zone, so the Quintet wall really helps with that ability. And I just run 2, 3, 8k attackers. Pretty much the only non-Musketeer card besides a couple triggers in the deck that I run, basically because you do have to have some pretty powerful columns in this deck. That's the one thing with this deck. They don't really give too many power boosts, so relying on good boosts can make or break the deck. And then for grade 0s, your starter is the grade 3 Searcher, Kira. Like I said, keep the grade 3 count low because Kira will solve most of those problems. 4 of the stand trigger, I run rainbow triggers in this deck just because the stand trigger is amazing with its ability to counterblast 1, put it on the bottom of the deck, and then check the top 4 cards for a Musketeer. 4 of the critical trigger, Musketeer. 4 of the heal trigger. And soon with set 17 we'll be getting the draw trigger, and then I can take out Maiden of Eggplant. You can pretty much go back and forth. I like running rainbow just because you do need to keep hand consistency and the draw trigger helps. But if you wanted to run 8 crit, it wouldn't really kill you that much. You'd still be running non-Musketeer regardless. So it's really up to you. So yep, that's it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and Kira Quali out.